Okay, so first we have seen this how to import into this using the SQL developer. So I'll show in the same in the code also. Okay, so suppose we'll create another table. Underscore emp underscore import underscore 25 as select star from emp where 1 is equals to 2. So, okay, I'm creating only with the structure new table. Okay, so I'm creating new table with the existing table structure. So now the table is created. So now there is no data. So see here, rows 0 of 0, total rows. Okay. So now how to import using the Toad application. So here in the database option, so here import export options will be there. Okay. So using the import, you have to import table data. So it is opening the schema details here. So object type, object name, which schema it is going to so here we need to select the our table name. That is what is our table name? XX emp underscore import. Is the table name we created. Okay, XXEMP import 25. So next you can click select the text file or whether it is a Excel file, what type of file you are going to import. Here you can select the Excel. So same way I'll select from this desktop this file. Okay, so next so it will ask first row, last row, all the information. No need to change anything here. If it is a CSV file, then it will, these options will be required to change. Okay, otherwise, click next here. File is not a valid zip file. It is giving some error code. Okay, 1 minute. I will convert into text file, CSV file, or any other format. So what I will do, I will export this to another format. So I exported the file. So now I'm going to use this text file or CSV file name. Next. So here it is comma separated value. CSV means that is a comma separated value. So this option is enabled now. So next here. So now you can see the data here. Okay. So once it is converted into CSV, then it is able to export here. Sometimes Toad will give you the error. So that time you can convert into different format and you can export here. Okay. So next, click next. And these are the details of preview result. Hide it is giving error here actually. So that we can fix it later. So but as of now, so hide it why it is giving. So here this is the column name it is taking here. Okay. So next finish. So execute. So now it is completed. Import is completed. So if it is completed, you can close this window. So you can check the table here. In this table only, no? Oh, we have to commit. Sorry. You have to use the commit option. Sir. Sir. So actually here the first row. Put Windows password. After that, you have to use the commit option here. This is the commit option here. So somewhat some error it is showing for the hire date actually. So later I'll fix it and display. But the process is same here. You have to go to in the Toad import in table data. Suppose if you want to export, you can use the export option, export table or export to file, whatever the option it is there. Okay. This is the method you have to follow for the import and export here in the Toad. Same way you have the directly you can open this here and you can open the table here. So for importing, you have to go to the table name and you can, on the table name, you can right click, import table data. So for the export, either way, from there you can go export, or once you query the table, here also export option is there. Okay. So, okay. So now we'll come to our main topic, that is operators topic. So yesterday we started with the operators. So in that we already seen the in operator and not in and are also. Okay. Now we are going with the between.
Sir, in import and export, how can we maintain security?
While importing and exporting. What is your doubt? Clear? Security means?
Means పాస్కోడ్ వేస్తాం సార్ కదా సార్ ఎలా వేస్తాం ఇక్కడ టేబుల్స్ కానీ మనకి ఒక ప్యాకేజ్ వచ్చినప్పుడు కూడాను దానికి విత్ పాస్ కోడ్ తోనే వస్తుంది కదా సార్?
అవును. సో అన్నిటికీ ఉండదు అట్లాగా. సో ఇక్కడ మీరు ఆప్షన్స్ చూస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి ఇక్కడ. సో ఎక్సెల్కి నేను పెట్టాను, ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను. సో ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేసేటప్పుడు నీకు ఇక్కడ ఆప్షన్స్ అనేవి ఉండదు ఇక్కడ. ఓకే. సో కొన్నిటికి మాత్రం ఆప్షన్ ఉంటుంది, అన్ని చోట్ల అది ఆప్షన్ అనేది ఉండదు. ఇక్కడ చూస్తే ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఇక్కడ నేను CSV ఫైల్ సెలెక్ట్ చేశాను. సో ఏ ఫార్మాట్లో కావాలి, సింగిల్ ఫైల్ కావాలా, ఇట్లా ఈ ఆప్షన్స్ వస్తాయి, కానీ ఇక్కడ పాస్వర్డ్ ఆప్షన్ అనేది లేదు మనకి. ఓకే. సో కంప్రెస్డ్ ఉంది, కంప్రెస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఓకే. సో అదే
హై అండ్ సెక్యూరిటీ బ్యాంక్ డేటాలో మరి విత్ పాస్ కోడ్ తోని మనకి ప్యాకేజెస్ పంపిస్తారు కదా సార్ ఇన్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ లోని?
దట్ ఈస్ డిఫరెంట్ సినారియో యాక్చువల్లీ. ఓకే. అది ఒరాకిల్ నుంచి కాదు, మీకు మధ్యలో మీకు వేరే అప్లికేషన్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఓకే. ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ అప్లికేషన్ ఉంటుంది, ఆ ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ అప్లికేషన్ నుంచి వాళ్ళు డేటా క్వెరీ చేసి దానికి పాస్వర్డ్ సెట్ చేసి పంపిస్తారు మనకి. సో మీరు చెప్పే స్టేట్మెంట్ కానీ క్రెడిట్ కార్డ్ స్టేట్మెంట్, మన బ్యాంక్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్లో ఏంటంటే ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ అప్లికేషన్ ఇస్ డిఫరెంట్, బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ అప్లికేషన్ ఇస్ డిఫరెంట్. ఓకే. బ్యాక్ ఎండ్లో డేటాబేస్ ఉంటుంది మనకి. ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ అప్లికేషన్ వచ్చేటప్పటికి విత్ లాట్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫీచర్స్ ఉంటాయి మనకి. ఆ ఫీచర్స్ నుంచి ఏం చేస్తాం, మనం క్లిక్ చేసే మెనూని బట్టి బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ నుంచి అది డేటా తెచ్చుకొని డిస్ప్లే చేస్తుంది. ఓకే. సో డిస్ప్లే చేసే చోట మనం పాస్వర్డ్ సెట్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం. సో ఎవరికి ఎంతవరకు డిస్ప్లే చేయాలి ఏంటి అనేది బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద లాగిన్ యూజర్. మనకి ఏ యూజర్ అయితే లాగిన్ అయిన ఉన్నారో దాన్ని బేస్ చేసుకొని సో డిస్ప్లే కంటెంట్ అనేది డిస్ప్లే అవుతుంది. బట్ ఇక్కడ డేటాబేస్ అనేది బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ ఉంటుంది. సో బ్యాక్ ఎండ్కి మనం ఎట్లా కనెక్ట్ అవుతున్నాం, యాజ్ ఏ డెవలపర్గా సో సమ్ స్పెసిఫిక్ యూజర్ నేమ్తో కనెక్ట్ అవుతున్నాం. సో ఆ యూజర్కి యాప్ స్కీమా అనేది యాక్సెస్ ఉంటుంది మెయిన్గా. యాజ్ ఎ డెవలపర్గా మనకి డెఫినేషన్స్లో యాప్ స్కీమా మీద రైట్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో అక్కడ మనం టేబుల్స్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తాము, ప్యాకేజెస్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తాం, అన్నీ క్రియేట్ చేస్తాం. ఓకే. దాన్ని వేరే యూజర్కి ఇవ్వాలన్నప్పుడు గ్రాంట్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం. ఓకే. ఆ గ్రాంట్స్ యూజ్ చేసి ఓన్లీ సెలెక్ట్ వర్క్ ఇవ్వాలా, లేకపోతే అప్డేట్ కూడా ఇవ్వచ్చా, లేదంటే డిలీట్ వర్క్ ఇవ్వచ్చు అనేది ఆ గ్రాంట్స్లో ఉంటుంది మనకి. ఓకే. ఆ గ్రాంట్స్ ఇచ్చేటప్పుడు ఆ టేబుల్ మీద మనం ఎంతవరకు ఇస్తామో దాన్ని బేస్ చేసుకుని దాని వరకే యాక్సెస్ ఉంటుంది. సో మీరు అడిగేది ఏంటంటే ఫైల్ జనరేట్ చేసినప్పుడు పాస్వర్డ్ అనేది. సో ఇక్కడ జనరేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు పాస్వర్డ్ పెట్టుకోలేము ఇక్కడ దీంట్లో అయితే. ఓకే. సో ఇక్కడ ఆప్షన్స్ చూస్తే దీంట్లో లేదు అది ఆప్షన్ అనేది. ఓకే. ఒరాకిల్ డేటాబేస్ ఇది బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ నుంచి కనెక్ట్ అవుతున్నాం కాబట్టి మనకి ఇక్కడ పాస్వర్డ్ సెట్ చేసుకోవడానికి లేదు. ఓకే.
ఓకే సార్.
So next our topic is between, not between. So it is used to pick the value within the specified range. Returns to if the value specified is within the specified range. It supports with the numbers and date values also. Okay. So how we will use this between? Suppose I want all the employee records to be fetched whose salary between 1000 and 2000. This is my requirement. So all employees records are fetched whose salary is between 1000 and 2000. I will write the query, select start from EMP where salary between 1000 and 2000. So what it will happen when you fetch the select star from EMP means all the details it is fetching, but when you add the where clause condition, it is getting the only salaries which is between the 1000 and 2000. So that means it will include both the values 1000 and 2000 also. But whereas when you use the in operator, so that is a list, that is only the list that will compare with the values within that list. So but here between means between these range 1000 and 2000, how many records are there, these many output it will display here. So including the 1000, suppose if I mention 15,000, 1500, so what will happen? So within this range 1500 and below 2000. Okay. It will include the 2000 also. Suppose if value is 2000 exactly it is there, it will fetch here also. Suppose if I say 3000, so it is starting with the 1500 and here 3000 also it is there. Within this range, 1500 to 3000, between this range, the value is present, all the records it will fetch it here. But here, if you want to observe here, so between operator, so you have to use the starting is the less value and next is the maximum value here. So that is minimum and maximum. Suppose if I say 3000 here, if I say 1500 here, so you won't get any information here. So in the between operator, so you have to use the minimum and maximum numbers only, not the maximum minimum order. Okay. So here you have to use the minimum and here you have to use the maximum number. Then only you will get the data here. Okay. Same way, opposite to the between is not between. So what it will do? So it will exclude the all these records and it will display the opposite records. That is, so below the 1000, what are the records are there? That is 800 and 950. Above the 300, any records are there? That is 5000. It is displaying. Means within this range, it is excluding the within this range 1000 and 3000 when you use the not command. So when you use without the not, what it is giving? It is giving how many records? It is giving 11 records. But when you use the not between, it is fetching only 3 records. Okay. That means this is the lower bound and this is the upper bound. We call it as this is the lower bound and this is the upper bound. So whenever the lower bound value is greater and the upper bound value is less, then you won't get any information. So no rows will be selected. Same way you can use for the other also. Select star from EMP where job between manager and salesman. Okay. So means here it is starting from the alphabet order M to S it is there. So then you are getting the some information. Suppose if I use here. What will happen? I'm not getting any information. So here same way as in the lower bound, upper bound in the varchar to in comparison also when you use the between operator should be start with the alphabetical order. Okay, alphabetical order lower to higher. That means A to Z order only it will consider. Then only you will get the information here. Okay, same way you can have the date wise also between the dates. So you can use the select high date from this. Select a ename job salary high date from EMP where high date between 17 December 81 and 20 Jan 83. So between these records, dates, we have the 3 records. Same way if you give this date this side, what will happen? You won't get any data here. So that means in the between operator, you must use the lower bound and upper bound concept only. Okay. Then only you will get the data. Okay. Same way some invoice amount is there in the table, that is AP invoice all table, base tables are there. Some of them
Again,
Oracle
it's not
tables.
in the
So select invoice amount from AP invoices all, where invoice amount between 1000 and 1 lakh. So then you will get the details here. So how many records you got it here? So you can use the simply right click and count rows. So it will give you the number of records, how many records it is fetched here. 81,763 records it is fetched. Suppose if I say 1000 to 3000 or 4000. Then how many records it is fetching? It is fetching 24,000 only. Okay. So like this you can use the between operator. Suppose if I use not, then what will happen? Except this 1000 between the 1000 and 4000. So remaining amount it is going to fetch it here. 95,761. So if see this amount, this is the below the 1000 and these are about the above the 4000. So between 1000 and 4000 there is no value here. Okay. So not between means that is exactly opposite to the between. So it returns true if the value specified is not within the specified range. It supports numbers and date values also. Okay. So simply suppose when you are taking the between operator, so within this range you will get the information. When you are using the not operator before that between, so what will happen? Between this range it will exclude remaining data, it will fetch. Okay. Next we have the like, not like. So it is used to search for a pattern in a given input supports with the character data only. Okay. So like operator, which purpose we are going to use? Only for the pattern, to search the pattern. So character data type only it will accept in this like operator. So in the character data type we will use the, to search for this we have to use the percentage. Okay. So represents 0 or more characters and underscore. So underscore is to, it is represents the only one character. Suppose if you are using the percentage like that means select star from how you are using. So same way in the search condition we will use the percentage. When you use the percentage, so it will consider any value after that. But when you use the underscore, it will be for only one character. So syntax of the search the like operator, it will be like select star from table name where column name like some value. Suppose if I want to check the in the database, DBA object select star from DBA underscore objects where object underscore name like if I say custom table. So how the custom table starting? Using the XX so that I will use the XX. So if I use simply only XX, so what it will do means it will check for the value XX only. So any value only exactly XX it is. If it is there, it will fetch the information. So there is no value only with the XX. So that if I want to search, then I have to add the percentage here. Okay. Select star from DB objects where object name like XX percentage or XX underscore percentage. Okay. So then you will get the table details. See this. Okay. So all the information starting with this. So here the underscore means only for the one character. Okay. If I give underscore R directly, if I give percentage, you'll get the all the tables starting with the XX. So here XX underscore table, XX underscore table 10. So XX underscore AP invoices all. So like this, you will get the using the like operator. Suppose if I say not like, So what will happen? So it will take all the XX percentage and it will exclude when you use the not operator. So see this object name, except that starting the XX tables or remaining tables, it is displaying here. Okay. So why we use the, suppose in the table name, complete table name, you are not aware. So you didn't remember, only you will have the some starting names or you will have the some portion of the information in the table. So then what will you can use the like operator to fetch that condition. Suppose same way, suppose I'm using the employee table. Okay. So EMP table I'm using. So before and after if I use percentage, so wherever the employee name is there, EMP is there, that all the table information it will fetch here. Okay. See this is the V dollar TEMP is there. So what I mentioned EMP, wherever it is there in the table name, so it is fetching all the details here. Okay. See this all the temp it is there. So if you go below, you will have the some other table names also, sir. So wherever it is in the template also directly it is EMP it is there. So like this we are getting the table names, all the table names. But I want only starting with XX. So here all the lot of information it is displaying, all the unnecessary tables it is displaying. Then I want to start with the XX percentage, EMP percentage. Then only it is going to display starting with the XX. After that, any EMP is there. Okay, see this XX EMP DEPT view, XX EMP V underscore VU, XX EMP underscore V underscore 04 like this. Starting with the XX. After that, EMP anywhere it is there, it is fetching the all the table information here. Same way, opposite means not. Not means all the tables excluding this search pattern. Remaining table names it will display here. Suppose I want to check the names. Employee name is starting with A or not from the employee table. Select start from EMP where ename like. So here like operator when using you have to use the mandatorily single quotes here. A percentage. Okay. So when I use the A percentage, all the names starting with the A in the table it will display here. Only Adams and Allen. Suppose you're starting with the S. If I say starting with the S, then it is giving the Scott and Smith here. So if I want to set the all the names ending with the S, then we have to use the percentage in the starting of this. Select start from EMP where rename like percentage S. Okay. Here starting any name it will be there, but ending character will be S is there. So Jones, Adams, James. Okay. So this is the using the percentage. Suppose second character some A should be there. Then how can I verify? So first character anything it should be okay, but second character should be A. Then I have to use the underscore A. After that percentage. Then I can use this. So here in the second character if you see Ward is there, Martin, James. Wherever the second character A is there, that only it is fetching here with this underscore A percentage. Okay. Suppose instead of the percentage of I say 2 underscores. Okay. Starting 1 underscore, after that A, after that 2 underscore. Then means how many characters here? Total 1, 2, 3, 4 characters. Within these 4 characters, how many names are there? Only Ward is there. Suppose if I include one more underscore, then you will get the James here. Okay. So like that you can use the like operator to search the conditions here. So when you are using the underscore, it will be for only one character. If you are using the percentage, so after that means any n number of characters it will be there, it will accept it here. So for second character, I want to check with the L. Then Blake is there, Clark Allen is there. Again, if I want to check with the double L, okay. So double L means only it will give you Allen only here. So suppose not like, then simply accept this LL remaining, it will display here. Same way, suppose second character A, I mentioned here. After that, percentage. First character, anything it is okay. Not like means, apart from this, values remaining all the names it is displaying here. See this here, there is no second character A here in this list. So I want to, my requirement list all the employees whose name got 5 letters only here. Okay. So list the employees whose name got only 5 letters. So how will you get this? Select the star from EMP where ename like, okay. So you can mention the single quotes. You have to mention whenever you are using the like, you have to specify the values in the single quotes only. So if I say only 5 characters, so then I have to use the 5 underscores here. Okay. Then it will fetch only names which is containing the 5 characters here. Okay. So is there any way to get the same output? I want only enum should be 5 characters length. How can I use that? So here I'm using the like operator. So select star from EMP where enum like, and I'm giving within the bracket, within the single quotes, 5 underscores I'm giving here. But is there any other way means? So simply you can use the length function. Okay. Select star from EMP where enum is equals to length of, sorry, length of enum is equals to 5. So this is the Oracle predefined function, that is the length function is there. Using that also I am getting the same output. If you see, select star from EMP where length of enum is equals to 5. What it will do, it will check the length of the column here. All the names it is only 5 characters length. Suppose if I want to check for the 6 characters, then simply can replace this here. Whereas if you want to use in the like operator, we have to add the one more underscore here. Okay. So like that you can use this like operator. So here one more, display the ename, job, salary of the all the employees whose names containing the A and ends with the 0 in the salary. Okay. So I want to display names starting with the whose name contains A. Okay. That means here contains means in between. Okay. So like operator I'm using percentage A percentage and salary like percentage 00. So I'm getting only 2 records. Okay. So here it is Allen and Adams, it is starting, and after that, here if you see that salary like percentage 00. Only 2 records are there. Suppose if I say ending with the S, then percentage S only here you can give. Then I'm getting Adamson and job is clerk here, salary 1100. Okay. So one more example. I'll suppose if you take the high date. Okay. So what will happen? Select a star from EMP where high date like January percentage. Here it will go wrong here. If you execute like this, it will be so when you use this high date like means January percentage January, it is getting some of the details actually. So when is the 2 care of high date? So this is the MON for the month. Okay. Actually, this is the proper format to use this. Select star from EMP where 2 care of high date comma MON like January. So, but sometimes it is also using some people, but it is not correct here. Okay. Suppose if I say no. So only one record is there here. But to compare correctly, so you have to use the 2 care here. Okay. So okay, we'll continue tomorrow. So next now few examples are there. With that, this topic will be completed. Operators topic will be completed. Tomorrow we'll continue.